back, everybody, to the 2025 Pan American Senior Snooker Championship here at the tongue twister right there. Arian Snooker Club in Sacramento, California. It's David Burney in the booth, ready to guide you through an exciting match here. Ahmad Ali Al-Assaid taking on Itiro Santos. Ahmad did win the Open tournament back in 2022 to get a 2-year card to be one of the few Americans that's played on the professional snooker tour. And Itiro Santos won the first 2-year card that was presented at this tournament back in 2013. So, tough one to call here. The Brazilian, strong player, but he could be in tough, as Ahmad is definitely a tough customer. He's the coach over at the New York Athletic Club in the Big Apple. And Itiro Santos has his own line of coaching back in Brazil. Itiro's in first with a long red. We do have a live chat on the screen or on Papsa's YouTube channel. Feel free to put in your comments, questions. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you've got any support for either of these players, shout it out. So, there's a nice red, but unfortunately didn't have a color to continue the break. Well, it's not so good for Ali there in the blue. A good opportunity for here for Itiro. Unfortunate as the black is blocking that path of the red that's below the cluster on the left side. Low on the blue ball. Itiro's going to be going around the world to get back down to the top end of the table. And it looks like there's a little, that red I was just alluding to that's in the cluster there. Does look like there is a red just beside it. Could have a path to this top right corner. Well, there might be a little bit of a plant as well. Tough with the space just between those two reds above the black. Let's open things up. easy red. Two groups of reds clustered together. That red in the middle does go to right middle. It's a tricky pot. If he has to falter, he could be selling out that red close to that right middle pocket. Chance it, just playing safe, putting his cue ball nice back into the bulk area. Ali's got a long red to the top left corner. Ali, one of the few players that uses a carbon fiber cue, as you can see there. A cue that definitely needs to use the glove. Taro faults on the long pot. He's left a red to right middle. Red to top left, top right corner. We'll see if he's to miss on the red to right middle. At least the natural angle will be putting him into the bulk area. He's got the path for that red, just left of the black. That red is just blocking the potting angle for it, unfortunately. Double played it with an element of safe, as he knew the angle was going to take his cue ball into the bulk area. Ali at bay, and that cue ball in the bulk area. Just how the reds are kind of spread out. Just tough to see if he's got a path back to the bulk area. Nicely sighted. Acknowledged by a tap on the table. He has left a long red. Top left corner for Otero. He respects his opponent. Just opting for a save, not taking on a risky long pot. This red does pass by the other red just on the right side. Doesn't look like Ali's going to try. Ooh, got a tough kiss off that. Just hit a fraction of the horn on that left. And that kicked that red just into a elementary potting position. Otero just taking a look and seeing what else is on the table. Just sometimes if there's a bit more tricky red, sometimes it's advantageous to take that on, because you know you always have a rather sitter of a red just in case you get into trouble. If you look on the PAPSA YouTube page where you're finding this broadcast, we've archived matches from the past, and Otero Santos and Jason Williams in 2023 had just an epic battle. I believe it might have been a quarter-final match, or maybe even round of 16. But wow, there's a lot of drama, really exciting. Going to come up for the green or the blue here. In between there. As you can see, it's a little low on the blue and a little high on the green. Definitely looks like a good chance for Ali. A little extension to increase the size. With the more weight, you don't have to hit it as hard as you would with the shorter regular size cue. Tough here is the black and pink are relatively safe. Love to make them available. Yellow was there, but he opted for the green. It's going to keep him in position on the reds. And now he's given great opportunity to Taro to counter strike. Very tense match here. Both players aware of the great potting ability. So one slip up and they could be sitting for quite a while. Some open reds, some safe ones. See what a Taro can do. This one's all about judgment of pace. Taking the blue into the left middle and coming up and down for the red near the pink spot. Very nicely done. He's got a chance here. It looks like possibly the angle on this red to break out the other red on the left cushion. Disturb it just yet. Just content playing. You can stun down for this red near the top right corner. So again, just might have to stun gingerly down, loosely come off that top cushion. Be on the red into the similar left pocket. Oh, did have an angle trying for the breakout. It's a tough red here. With a thin cut, it's going to lose control of the cue ball. Blue out in the middle of the table is a saving grace. And that will break a 17. Has increased in Taro's lead in this first frame, 32-13. 19-51 on the table, so no clear winner in this first frame right now. So lots of snooker ahead of us. Taro just waiting for Charlie Brown to take a shot on the adjacent table. This will be some shot if he's able to make it in the top right corner.
Okay.
Oh, he would have been shot at the tournament so far. As a young boy, Ali was taken to his snooker club by his father back in his home city of Cairo in Egypt. As soon as he saw the game of snooker, he was immediately hooked. Begged his father constantly to take him back. And let's roll just enough and sit over the middle pocket. Good judgment of pace. Good hit. It's left to red to the left middle, but it's definitely difficult. Ooh. So close, just hit the wrong jaw. It kicked out and just left it for Artero. He's going to do something with his colors. There's two safe reds on either side of the table. Well, he's at the table. He's in command. So padding his lead with an extra 8 points is handy. You can run and hide after a red. Artero can get the cover behind the yellow and that red on the right side, and potentially the pink covering up that other red ball. Doesn't look too bad. Well, there's a path for Ali to hit the red. Watch out for that brown. Ooh. Great to see our amigos cheering on Artero. But we have some of our American friends wishing Ali the best of luck. That's real costly. It's one thing missing the red, but when you can into the black, that's 7 big penalty points that you've sacrificed to your opponent. Taro pretty much just needs red and a color. It's a nice pot there. That was not an easy shot by any means. Looks like he can get through. Didn't sell it out. The red does go to the green pocket. There's a chance of the free ball. That last red on the table. 41 in it and 35 on the table. Shot here. Is there a little gap through there? Taro thinks so. He's taking it full-blooded. Almost got the cover. It's open. Taro does have a shot. Just a raise of the hand. He appreciates the little bit of fortune he had hitting off that horn with the red. This pop is on for a Taro. And long red. Wow, what a shot. Just to hold for the green as well. Clearing up this brown helps get the yellow into that pocket as well. This looks like first frame to the Brazilian. Taro just waiting for the adjacent table. Players over there taking a shot. It's great that we have this wonderful room with 9 snooker tables, but they do take up a lot of real estate, so sometimes in between tables there's not a lot of room. Ahmad Ali as well has played in the seniors world championship. Would love to get back, but he's in tough here with the Taro Santos. And that's going to be a concession there, so we'll step aside. Can Ali fight back to draw even, or will it be a whitewash for the Brazilian? We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to our featured match here with Ali Alisei trailing Itiro Santos by 1-0. That's a best of 3. These round robin matches. Both players pretty equally matched. I think just Itiro just made better work of his chances when he got in. So Ali definitely a fighter. He learned a lot over in England when he's over on the Pro Tour. So he's itching either to get back to the Crucible and or another 2-year card. That's up for grabs when the open side of this tournament starts on Wednesday. But for today and the next 2 days, it's the senior side. There's a path there for Itiro. Long red. Gentleman just walked in front of our camera just when we were hoping to see what happened with that shot. But as we see results, it did not fall. Itiro was given an opportunity for Ali with a long red on the left side of the table now. There's a real reward for that red for Ali. Good shot there, acknowledged by his opponent. Tap on the table. Feels like that's sliding that bulk cushion. Maybe they're just putting a little bit of side on there. There's a lot of debate actually out in the snooker world. If anyone's interested in talking about it in the chat, of getting the spotted cue ball. Snooker is the only cue sport where they don't use that spotted cue ball. Sean Murphy, a big advocate for having it, so it would really show the viewers just what the different types of spin that the players are putting on. So first chance here to Ali. We've got a lot of Itiro Santos supporters on the stream, in the chat, so boa tarde, tudo bem to all of you. I don't see a lot of Portuguese, but a little bit here and there, as I had the distinct honor of being invited down for this great championship in 2023 when it was held at the Rio de Janeiro Yacht Club, and got to know all these wonderful and beautiful Brazilians. It was far away from home for me, but they made me feel like a distant cousin. And we've grown in great friendship over the years. And always glad to see them at the events, full of smiles. I guess that might be a little bit different if I picked up the cue and got into the event. If I was their opponent, I think those smiles would turn to stone. Looks like good friend Januario. Great Brazilian commentator in his own right. Just finding these famous ball markers that the Brazilians like to use just for accurate respotting of the cue ball when a player is in a snooker. Wonderful shot there. Acknowledged by the crowd here. They're bearing the hot weather outside the room and inside the room. Admission is free, so if you are in the Sacramento area, we are here at the Aryan Snooker Club. That's not his best safety shot. The chess match continues, the tactical affair. Two strong players. One player's just getting a sniff of a chance. They usually make good and put together a fairly high scoring break, sometimes even a frame clearance one. Great to see the Brazilian support. Let's come on to our American friends out there. Ali, your hometown boy here, is up against it. He needs to get a frame here to put us into a decider. I just wouldn't mind of just kind of developing pink and blue, just getting a little separation. There's a lot of cluster around that black spot. Pink and blue. Didn't get through it enough. Was trying to play for the black in the opposite corner pocket and just didn't get there. Tough shot. Troy Fair wishing us a good evening. And boa noche to you as well. We also broadcasting to the CBBS channel on YouTube. And if there's a button on YouTube that you can translate my English into Portuguese, because I do appreciate all you fans tuning in, supporting Itiro. Eu não falo português. Dre Fair is curious about who the favorite player in this event, the senior side. Well, the man has the high run of the tournament so far at 141. Igor Figueiredo has got to be the favorite. Fellow countryman Fabio Rosen won this event last year, so he's got to be up there, as well as the Brazilian Noel, a strong player. Don't count Ali out. He has won this before. Renat Danka, another strong American player, has recently just won the U.S. Nationals and the American Masters snooker tournament. But you never know. There could be a surprise in the mix. Got the Jason Williams, Canadian national champion of a few years ago, could be a threat. Another Canadian, Charlie Brown, that's been around the game for many, many years. You know, you never know when a player's just going to find that right form at the right time. So, Dre Fair, it's a toss-up, but I have to say Igor is probably the guy that has the target on his back. Tiro Santos, you know, won the Open event back in 2013. Was the first player to get that 2-year card when it was introduced to these tournaments. I think it's almost like who's the dark horse, who could really upset, and that's a bigger question. Is there a player that could just upset the bookkeepers and come out of the woodwork and take the tournament? Time will tell. The champion will be crowned on Tuesday night here at the Arians Snooker Club in Sacramento. Well, here Ali has a 15-point advantage, but still early in the second frame. I appreciate your comments and everyone's comments, as much as some are in Portuguese, some are in English. All this viewership is fantastic. It really helps us grow the game. Because when we grow the game, we just get bigger prize spots, more players involved, enhancing streaming possibilities. So definitely tell your friends. It's only day 2, 4 days for the seniors, and then 5 days for the Open, and we haven't even got to the Open yet. And there's been lots of twists and turns. There's got a little bit of a blind cut here. It's very fortunate the yellow is just sitting right by the left middle. Great eyes to see that red just above that cluster of 4. So able to take the topmost red. young new players, take a look at Atiro when he's down on the shot. He has a real long pause in that backswing. It really helps. It's kind of like just cocking a pistol, just pulling back the trigger slowly and then clicking and boom, burying the shot. Should get a good look at that pause in his backswing here. A few feathers and then he gets into it. And everything else is still. Just that back arm swinging on a pendulum. Tough shot here. Yeah. You know, he might be okay. Hasn't really sold out anything too easy. So there's a thin cut right there, so we can see that open one coming right into the top left corner. This cue ball is going to go deep up into the bulk area. Might even zoom back down because it's such a thin cut. Aligning himself for the red in the left middle. Tough by that camera. You have to put a little bit of swerve on this to come around for the black. Just a bit much. So be just a little higher on the green. It is a thin cut. The natural angle is going to take him back down the table. Maybe off one cushion, just beyond that red, above the black, into the top left corner. But that's what he's mapping out. But then when he's down on the green, it's all systems go. The green is his only thought, putting this in. Can't think about the next shot after this. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, I just ran just a little bit out of position on that green. Turo can run into this red. Hold for the black. Very nicely calculated. On the left corner pocket. It's out of commission for the black for Atiro. But if he can just dance around a few reds and put it into that left, but then he'll have the black into the top right. Could be right back in this frame. Characters miss. It's just what pressure can do. It is a round robin match. Not too sure where these two gentlemen are in the standings, but just looking at the list right now, I won't be surprised if they're 1-2 in the group. If you want results, you can go over to cloudsnooker.com. That's cloudsnooker.com. You can see results, you can position all the players. Yes, it looks like both Itiro and Ahmad Ali are atop this group. Just taking a look at the groups and how they fare. For some reason it says Itiro has played 5 matches, which unfortunately has not. He's only played 4, as there's 6 players in this group. This pretty much is a battle for the number 1 seed of this group. Cut is there, but it's just a little tricky with the rests. And Ali just going to use a little extra piece of equipment here. He's one of the strong supporters of the carbon fiber cue. So I believe it's maybe the way of the future. Some players still like the feel of wood in their hand. Thanks, Isabella, for your support. Cheering on Itiro, saying, come on, Itiro. That's what we want to hear. Root for either of them, either Ali or Itiro. Whatever this match will be the number 1 seed in the group. Ali's got a 23, I should say, advantage on this second frame, but trails the match 1 frame to 0. Just didn't run enough for the black. Wanted to have a few more rotations. Get the natural angle at that black to come back down table. Yeah, so we can see that black's pretty straight on there. more of a flick on that blue to push him on a better angle to pot this red. There's a thin cut that he's got there. Thinner than a slice of ham that you'd find in your local grocery store. So just going to clip off that red on the top cushion and get himself back into the bulk area. Good discipline there, not forcing the issue. So have enough pace to get behind the pink. Ooh. Just at the tail end of that kind of curled a little bit. Maybe, as you can see, the table's a little bit dirty. Hasn't been brushed in a while. So maybe just hit a little bit of chalk dust. Nicely done. He's got the snooker here. Shouldn't be a difficult escape for a Tiro. The only thing is, where's his cue ball and these reds going to land? Doesn't want to gift his opponent to get back in, put together possibly a frame-winning break. He's missed the red. And he's hit the blue. And Ali's putting him back. Bad idea. Always careful. It's I always hold my breath when players are jostling any kind of ball with their cue stick. It's just if that tip of the cue hits a ball, that's considered a stroke. See that in the American Masters just down the road at the Sacramento Snooker Club. It's a good hit, but see, he's got a relatively easy starter red. Just gingerly and be on the black. Nicely done by Ali. I think he's got enough room to get the potential potting angle. It's close. This red is his frame ball. It wasn't there. Black has come to his rescue. 30 points in it, 35 on the table. We're getting down to the colors. Definitely the advantage is towards the American. Back in another snooker at Tiro after this shot by Ali. Didn't get the cover. So there's potential to get behind the black for a Tiro. It's a tough shot. Nervy second frame here. No real safe color balls. Just got a little duddle kiss there. Might be fortunate enough. It's definitely a long red. Tiro just a little tough. Pitch hand on that cushion. I think Ali can get by. Pill Shetler tuning in all the way from north of the border in Canada. Thanks for tuning in. And Magnum Onus tuning in from the 11th province, Minnesota. Land of 10,000 lakes up there in northern USA. I could use some of your cool temperature from Minnesota. Blow it down our way. It's hot here in Sacramento. When the AC broke down, it was sweltering yesterday and still warm in the building. So that's why we've seen a little bit of a relaxed dress code. The players aren't in full formal dress. They've been allowed to use golf shirts and pants. Shot there by Ali. Put the Tiro in a bit of bother, but we appreciate you tuning in from Minnesota. Definitely let all your friends know, and we're just getting into the autumn and winter months, so there's going to be a lot more snooker coming at you. This kind of feels almost like the kickoff of the season here. Good out there by Tiro. I wonder if the famous Governor Ventura ever put his hand on a snooker table. Ooh, Ali having just a double look at the end. It looked like it just, that red veered a little to the right. Looks like kind of just rolling straight and then just at the end. Tiro putting that ball marker there just so they can get exact respotting. There's no foul there. However, if balls do go around and that marker does get hit by the cue ball or a different ball, it would be a foul. He might have been a bit fortunate with that double kiss. Wasn't the worst in the world. Negotiate the pink and green, it looks like, for a little cross double, and has to be mindful because he's going over the brown. Went for the pot. Gutsy trailing by a frame. Oh, has Atiro called a foul on him? And it is. A few of our spectators actually. Ernst Basimer in the crowd there. He's also in the tournament, but a great referee. So that might be a bit costly there. But, well, he's just got to put that out of his mind. Still has a 26-point advantage, 35 on the table. I'm a bit surprised that he took on the pot. I thought maybe just a cross double has the element of safety for him. Just left Atiro with this long red. What a fluke. Oh, this could really sting. Atiro does need to run out here, take all the colors to win the frame and match. Pale Shelter's asking, is this a best of 3 or 5? These are best of 3 round robin. It's just stopped Atiro in his tracks there. Commits a foul, giving his opponent 4 points, and ball anywhere in the D, anywhere and on the D as well. Some people think that if you put the cue ball onto the green spot, it would be a foul, but no, that's on the D. If it was a little out. But when we get into the round robin stage of the group tournament, that's when there'll be best of 5. So definitely keep us tuned in on the PAPSA YouTube channel. So a week of great snooker action. The champion of this seniors event will be crowned on Tuesday. And then the Open starts Wednesday to find out who gets the 2-year card on Sunday. Frames at your mercy, those pockets definitely open up a lot more. So we are going to be going to a decider on the onset. I wouldn't have been surprised. 2 tough competitors here. Definitely could get a little nervy in the decider. So see who can get the chance first. Obviously they say on the pro circuit, just give me a chance in a decider. But that black ball doesn't drop. It's not a matter for Ali. He takes a second frame, 70-23. We'll step aside and see what the decider has in store for us. And we're back. Fist pumps all around. Decider, Ali, Alisaid ready to break off and get things going. David, thanks for tuning in from New Zealand. Good to have a Kiwi on the stream to let us know how the scene is out there in New Zealand. Definitely know New Zealand's a strong, strong community of rugby. That famed All Black team doing the haka. This tournament is just once a year. Ias Nazi is asking. Apologize for that mispronunciation there. But yeah, this great event only comes once a year. But we're continuing to grow, so keep an eye out. There will probably be more and more snooker tournaments under the PAPSA umbrella. This looks like first chance to Ali here. And Great Burden, the winner of this side of the tournament, this is the senior side. And whoever hoists the trophy on Tuesday will get the opportunity to play in Sheffield, England at the World Seniors Snooker Championship at the famed Crucible Theatre next May. And then when we get started on the open side, come Wednesday, they will be playing for a 2-year card. And that gets awarded on Sunday, September the 7th. Just a This could be a colossal mistake maybe there for Ali. Don't want to gift your opponent anything easy, especially in a decider. We'll most likely be seeing both these players in the knockout phase. It's not Itero's best shot. Great to see everybody chiming in with their questions. There's no silly questions. Fans that have been around the game for years. Some people that have just tuned us on, just found us somehow, and are new to the game. So if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my knowledge. Great to hear that you're letting us know where you're tuning in from. Got 4 countries represented in this tournament. Obviously, it takes place here in Sacramento, California, in the US of A. So some Americans are being represented. As Ali is one of them. And then there's a group of Brazilians as Itero Santos and his tribe came all the way up. Great to see that they made the trip. And then the Canadians came down from the 49th parallel. And we have one lone Trinidad and Tobagan player. This is going to look nicely for that red that's just right of the black. Very fair. Wondering what happened with these guys. There's some easy shots. There's no easy shot on a snooker table. You know, with a table that's 6 feet by 12 feet, you know, the pocket openings maybe are about 3.5 inches. But I do agree that's probably a shot that Tiro would like to have back. That's a shot he makes at least 9 times out of 10. So we saw that one time when he missed, but anything can be missed in a decider. Oh, David, that's great to hear about the scene in New Zealand. Is there an Englishman moved to New Zealand? That's 2 for the price of 1 for Ali. Well, hopefully you can maybe put together a tournament and let us know. we'll come down and we'll stream it. We'll provide some video equipment, some commentary. Haven't been down to that part of the world, but this beautiful sport of snooker has been taking me places. Took me to Rio de Janeiro a couple years ago. After this tournament, the next broadcast I'll be involved with will be the Nina Open. That goes on from October 22nd to 26th in October. So as I say to everyone, have Mike and I will travel. So glad that you're all tuning in. Beautiful shot there. Great Burden has done his homework. Knows that I've met the great Dave Hendon. That's while you're out there. If you're a fan of snooker and know who Dave Hendon is, he's a great commentator over there on the pro scene and hosts the Snooker Scene podcast, which actually I had the distinct pleasure of being a guest on over when I was in Sheffield this past spring at the World Championships. He pretty much had to pinch me. I thought I was dreaming as we recorded that episode right in the commentating booth at the Crucible Theater. Great stuff. Dave is a stand-up chap. Always has time for anybody who loves this great sport of snooker. Yes, sir. Great Burden. Pots of Gold is on its way. I'll do my best to help out a fellow Dave. Dave Hendon has written a book called Pots of Gold. It's about the 100-year history of the great game of snooker. It's available on Amazon or wherever you find your books. And it comes out September 25th. So, Mr. Hendon, if you're listening, free publicity I've given you hopefully can net me a cool beverage when I'm in Sheffield this coming spring. Right now it doesn't look like Ali's cooling off anytime soon. He is just in the groove now. Ali inching closer and closer to the winning line. Yeah, it was just a little tough with his cue ball just being close to the cushion. Couldn't use all the cue ball. Now it's time for Tiro. Can he respond? 42 points behind. Nice little shot there. Very difficult touch shot for Tiro. That gentle little screw back. Put him in nice position for this red. Great to hear the support in the chat from the Brazilians. Cheering on their countryman, Tiro Santos here. It's trailing in this deciding third frame, but he is at the table. It's possible 2 doubles. Electing for the one on the left-hand side. So you just got to be wary of those 2 reds. Oh, it's not going to make there. Tiro's climbed a little bit back into this deciding frame. Break of 15. Let's put him trailing by 27. And there's 51 on the table. Let's roll just enough to be okay. Yep, Noel, Igor, Fabino. Peria Wing is mentioning. It's the trifecta of great Brazilian players, but Tiro Santos ain't no slouch here. Can't count him out. It's going to pull up. Yes, that'd be okay. A few more rotations on that red, and it'd be a totally easy starter for a Tiro. Oh. That would have been some double into the corner pocket. Usually when these players play doubles, it's more into the sides, as it's a lot more open than these tight corners. Ali making sure that that's not a tight corner as he's put that long red into the bottom of the pocket. That's a good point there, Great Burden. Making note of the ding curse has finally come to a close. It was a fun little curse that kind of came about. I'm not sure how many people do follow the main circuit, but it seemed like any player that was to defeat Ding in a tournament would automatically lose their next match. I think it went on for about 18 months or so. Long enough that it definitely became a thing in the snooker communities. gutsy black, but he grabbed the bull by the horns there. Just needs any color to put us into the snooker's required stage. $34 in it and 35 on the table. So Tiro can afford the pink. Loved out the black. So if he can get the black, he can win this frame by a point. Tiro does need a color, at least after this. Really would like black or pink. Chance. Oh, it does have a chance. Very nice. Get a little bigger of a bounce. A bit more, but that's okay. Big black right here. Ooh, a little too high. He's trailing 33, 27 on, so Tiro does need 2 snookers. Definitely a possibility, but it's an open red there for Ali. Just letting Anita Chan, our other female competitor in this great event, take her shot. Anita does some great work up there in Ontario, Canada with the Ontario Billiards and Snooker Association. Got something to say about snooker, get in touch with her. She'll put it up on all the social media pages. And Sing Tong, Great Burden, gonna make a little friendly wager with you. I don't think he's gonna break the curse. But time will tell. However, if there is someone to do it, he definitely looks like he could. But it's just such a tough tournament, that World Championship. When I do go over to the World Championships, good friends on the WST team over there have taken some of my photos and put them up on their Instagram page. And I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I shoot 35mm film, so. And if you find me on the Facebook, I do have some galleries there from my times in Sheffield. If you'd like to take a look at some pictures. I believe Anita's just in the Toronto area. Great Burden. He's had a little bit of a result there. Oh, Tiro's going to be in a bit of trouble here. I think if he's unsuccessful, it might be handshakes. What a shot that was. Wow. No, not fully intended. And he's got a snooker, but just
unsuccessful.
Tiro in tight behind the pink. He's done one thing to at least escape. And look, hits the green and puts it in.
What a shot that was.
Unbelievable. Can Ali do the same? Get out of the snooker and pot the brown. That would be some shot. Hell. So many twists and turns that can happen in a frame, a match of snooker. He's got another snooker, and that brown is close to the black, so extra pressure here. So if he's hit the black, that's 7 foul points, and that would just leave Tiro trailing by 21 with 22 on. So pressure shot here for Ali. He's done well, almost winning off, but well to hit the brown, not hit the black. Nicely played, just creating some distance. Didn't see the snooker, just wanted to make it difficult for his opponent. Not gift him an opportunity. If Tiro can find the pink, that's a great hiding spot over there on the right side of the table. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Good effort. Acknowledged by a tap on the table. So close. Just if it pulled up just a few more millimeters, it would have been okay. Oh, I think he might be okay there. No, Tiro might take this brown on. Get near the blue to get behind the pink. He's got a good chance here. where's that blue headed? Ooh. Oh, this is difficult. It's definitely there. Ali will frame and match with this blue. And it's there. He's out a sigh of relief. Just getting everything aligned on the score sheet there. Handshakes all around. Great match. It built up to the billing, that's for sure. But Ali Al-Assaid, he's probably going to be the #1 seed out of this group. But Interior will lick his wounds. He's going to come back fighting in a knockout phase. And we're going to step aside for about 5 minutes to set up our last TV match of the round robin phase. Looks to be an exciting one. So this is your cue, everybody. Go get that cool drink, because it's a hot day here in Sacramento. And we'll be right back.